Gil, and welcome to our studios. This morning we get to do one of my favorite things, and that's turn our spotlight on one of our local business partners in the Mid-South. And this is, we're honored today to have Brian Wootton from the Wootton Clinic, and welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here. It's Dr. David Wootton.
Dr. David Wootton,
Yes.
I'm sorry. David, Dr. Wootton, I've got a little twist here in my shoulders. I'm feeling a little bit stressful. I think you're the man that can help us out.
Well, my office hours start at 8 o'clock. So, but yeah, we love to help people get out of pain.
I know. Well, you know, you've got a great reputation in the Mid-South and do what you do. Talk to us a little bit about, first off, how did you get to Memphis? How did you get started?
Well, you know, my father was a chiropractor.
Oh,
and
okay.
it kind of runs in our family. I've got a brother that's a chiropractor. Now my son's a chiropractor. So we love doing what we do.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And when I was doing my undergraduate studies, I met my wife-to-be. And when we got married, she drug me back to Memphis. It's the best decision I've made. It was a great move for us.
So you've been here how many years now?
Just 33 years.
That's good. Well, you are an official, citizen.
Been here longer than I've been anywhere in my life, so I love the weather.
Yeah, it is great. I love the spring, love the fall. This time of the year is really awesome. I remember years ago, back in the day, I know it's probably about the time you were getting into the practice, chiropractic was just kind of becoming well known, and some people were really skeptical of it. Talk to me a little bit about how the advances have been for your industry.
It's been dramatic, there's no doubt. I got in practice in 1983, and it was not fully accepted even in 1983. I can remember my father, back when I was growing up as a child, being in a different world in the healthcare environment. But in 1983, we had insurance equality and starting to make some inroads into healthcare, began to be a little bit more accepted. I even had a neurosurgeon here in town invite me on a couple of his back surgeries that we shared patients with. And that was kind of unheard of, even back in the 80s, to have that kind of rapport and so on. But it was about 3 years ago, I was treating a patient, and somebody knocked on my door in the treatment room and said, and it was my son. He said, "Dad, there's a doctor out here who wants to meet you in your waiting room." So I walked out, and there was a very prominent, I'm not going to mention his name, very prominent neurosurgeon from town, and he had come in to meet me and said he wanted to start sending all of his chiropractic cases down to me. And he walked back out the door, and my son was just very nonchalant about it. And I said, "Son, let me tell you, it's
big.
Totally different from 20 years ago.
Yep.
There's a lot better camaraderie now, and so on. I've really enjoyed that."
That's pretty amazing. We're talking with Dr. Wootton, and Dr. Wootton from Wootton Clinic, and we're going to come right back. We're going to talk about some of the incredible, famous patients, some of the youngest patients, and some of the oldest patients that you have helped out throughout the Mid-South. You're listening to AM 990.